Hi, friends. It's Joni with Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom, here with an astrology video about the astrology happening over December 18th through the 21st, starting from the full moon to the solstice. Anyway, it's some interesting aspects that I wanted to talk about with you and hope you are interested. First off, two things before I begin. One is thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. I appreciate the support and getting my message out to as many people as possible. Number two, I want to let you know this is the commercial part. On Saturday, December 18th, this coming Saturday, I will be at the store Solstice in the Vale in La Vista, Nebraska. There'll be a link below. I am doing from noon to 5 p.m. I will be there doing astrology readings, looking at 2022 for people. So I will look at your chart, your natal chart, and your solar return. And if there's time in the 30-minute session, I may be able to pull up a progressed chart to see how 2022 is going to be for you. The other thing that I've been doing is I've been working on a handout of the major astrological aspects of 2022. And if you come, I will be giving that handout out to the clients who do a reading with me. If not, if you're not able to do any of that, don't worry. I'm going to turn that handout into a series of videos. Now that I've gotten the script, I'm going to go through the major aspects. It might take one or two videos. I know it's going to take more than one because there's a lot of things to talk about happening in 2022. Alternately, as an option, if you can't make any of those, I do take clients here in Lincoln, remotely or at an office space at Emerald Healing Arts and Apothecary. I'm there on Tuesdays and Sundays, and there'll be another link below to my website. If you are interested in booking something like this, just contact me. We can set up a time remotely or in that office. No problem. Okay, so let's get to the astrology. Okay, I've got some notes here on the side, so if I veer off, I am not ignoring you. I am looking at my notes. I just want to make sure you have all the information. Okay, so the first thing that's I want to talk about is December 18th and the full moon that is happening at 27 degrees in Gemini. Now, it's the first full moon we've had after the full moon lunar eclipse last month. And it is the last full moon of 2021. Whatever significance you want to give that, okay? And as you know, and I've explained it before in previous videos, the full moon is about bringing something to completion. It is where we need to complete something or we adjust something, we're reviewing, and it's the end of a certain cycle. Okay. Now, let's talk about where it's placed. It's placed in Gemini. The zodiac sign of Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, which will be significant in a moment, is about communication, information, mental processes. Gemini is an air sign. It's about the mind. Okay? The mind. So, what are we bringing to completion that is coming from our mind? Is it about the thoughts that we take in, or the way we think, or maybe it's something about what we are perceiving in recent times, okay, about particular, specific things. This could lead to like an I can't speak for a moment, an aha or eureka moment in our thoughts. Now, I mentioned that Gemini is ruled by Mercury. That's significant because there is another aspect happening on the 18th, and it has to do with Mercury. Again, it rules information, it rules communication, it rules how we take in information and how we process it and how we talk about it or communicate about it. Mercury is in a square with Chiron. And I always do that to remind people they're squaring off, they are in conflict. And so, when they're in conflict, that means that we are made uncomfortable. And the intuitive, I can tell you that as I was uh, going through this, the intuitive um, thing that came to me um, is that it could have something to do with misinformation or disinformation. Disinformation is when someone is putting out information that's deliberately misleading, deliberately false, and portraying it as the truth. And people get taken in by it. Misinformation is a mistake that it is not necessarily being deliberately done. It is when we see a Facebook post and we think, "Oh, that sounds right," and we pass it on. But it's not really information, but we didn't know it. We didn't know we were passing on information that wasn't right. Okay? So I really got the intuitive hit that with Mercury squaring Chiron, and I'll explain what Chiron's all about in a moment, it's really about disinformation, misinformation. Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron in our natal charts are where sometimes we have our wounds. It's about our wound. And what wound is around the way we think, the way we process, the way we communicate. And so this is why the intuitive hit that I got about it was misinformation, because misinformation and disinformation can be dangerous. It can harm people when you try to make a decision with information that is faulty, you make faulty decisions. So I feel like this is a significant thing that may be coming to completion with the moon, full moon, or it may be revealed to us. Okay. And it's like, aha. So that's kind of a complicated, and I hope you followed my logic through all of that information. The other thing I want to mention about Chiron is that, see, everything is totally connected here. So we move from Mercury squaring with Chiron and then talking about Chiron, because Chiron is on the 18th is standing still because it's about to give off a whole lot of energy the next day on the 19th because it's coming out of retrograde and going direct. Okay? So it's going direct at 8 degrees of Aries. So what does this mean? When a planet goes direct, it means that it's ready to take action again. And Aries is definitely the sign of action. It's about the energy, a big energy push forward of doing something. And what I think is happening here is that Chiron, that wounded healer, while it's been in retrograde, a lot of wounds that we have perceived in ourselves have come to the surface. And excuse me, now we can take the action to heal them and release them. Okay? Woo! What else is happening? There's something else that's happening on December 19th besides Chiron going direct. And that is Venus, the planet of love and relationships, the planet of money and finances, the planet that rules what we value, okay, even what we value in ourselves. That planet is going retrograde, and it's going to be retrograde from December 19th through January 29 of 2022. The Venus retrograde is actually one of the first things on my handout of major aspects, astrological aspects for 2022. So, what's going on with Venus goes retrograde, and she's going retrograde in Capricorn. Okay, and Capricorn is the sign that rules our careers, our jobs, the way we make money. So she's going retrograde, and that means that people and projects come back from the past, and they're coming back for us to finish them, resolve them if they didn't end up right, or if they failed the last time. Maybe we get a second chance and a second go at it. We either close it out or reunite. Um, and it could be, and the people could be both work, but they can also be a little romance too. So it's about money, relationships, and values. Um, I'll talk a little bit more about this in the series of videos that I'll do about 2022. Okay, so that's what's happening on the 19th. Chiron goes direct, Venus goes retrograde. The last thing I want to talk about is what's happening on December 21. The sun moves from Sagittarius to Capricorn, the earth sign Capricorn. The other thing that happens is that's the day of the winter solstice, the longest night and the shortest day, and a great time for us to start hibernating and thinking about, um, um, going deep. It's that night, it's that darkness that we need to go in and either rest, rejuvenate, um, or to go in and seek out what is in our subconscious to bring to the light when the light comes back. So, yeah, I'm not getting anything else intuitively for that aspect, but that's what I have for you for the astrology. I want to wish you many blessings. I want to wish you a happy solstice. And if you celebrate, I want to the holidays coming up. Happy holidays to all of you, and stay tuned. See the links below if you would like to have an appointment with me. If you would like to see me at either Emerald or this weekend at the Solstice in the Vale doing the astrology readings, please join me. I would love to have you there. And again, wishing you many blessings. Contact me if you need anything. Take care.